Hello and welcome back to our study of Peninei Halacha, the teachings of Rabbi Eliezer Melamed, Shlita. Okay, here we are. It's Tuesday, but it's not just an ordinary Tuesday, Pamayim Ki Tov, but this, I guess, for lack of a better term, will be our season finale. Season finale because we are finishing chapter 11, Perek Yud Aleph, and I will be away, so I don't want to start something new for just a couple of days. So we'll give plenty of time for Chazara, and I want to thank everyone who has joined us along on this journey. I'm just doing a quick look. This is overall episode number, let's take a peek, 542, 542. So we will rest and we will recharge, and we'll come back with more learning in a few weeks after our summer hiatus. But please continue davening for Chaylei Tzva Ganei Yisrael, for Shalom L'chol P'tuei Yisrael, and a safe return of our hostages. And we learn each day, L'ilui Nishmat Seren Daniel Shimon Harav Duron V'Sheli Hashem Yakum Damo. And let me just tell you about the reach of our program, Baruch Hashem, that yesterday one of our teens in the shul, and they know of my connection to Daniel Shimon Harav Duron V'Sheli Hashem Yakum Damo, a very personal connection that we have with the family. And he sent me a picture from Daniel's grave in Har Herzl, which I can't tell you how much that means to me and to the family, but obviously the message is getting across about the importance of giving honor to those who gave everything for the state of Israel. So let's finish this chapter, and then we will close out the season. Tefillah Minyan mul shmiras hazmanim. Kivan shetiknu chachamim lomar Krias Shema yachad im berchoseha, u'meyach hakach lihispalel, לכתחילה יש לקבוע תפילה שחרית באופן שיספיקו לקרוא שמע לפני שיסתיימו שלוש השעות הראשונות לפי המגן אברהם. So as we've established, Chazal instituted that we should say Krias Shema together with the blessings of Krias Shema and to daven Shema Esrei right afterwards. So therefore, you should make the time to daven Shachris in a way that you'll be able to finish Shema, and at least in the first 3 hours of the day, according to the Zman of the Magen Avram. So when the congregation davens late, and you're worried that Krias Shema, Zman Krias Shema will be missed, so you have to let people know, listen, you're going to miss Zman Krias Shema, say Shema before davening. And people are careful and they want to make sure they do this in the best way possible, should read all 3 parshas of Krias Shema. So this is the perfect example, let's say, of our Shabbos morning tefillas here in America, where we tend to daven at 9 o'clock, unlike Israel. Try and find a 9 a.m. minyan in Israel on a Shabbos morning. Not so easy. But here, that's de rigueur. Some places even daven later. But if, let's say, we're davening at 9 o'clock, and many times of the year, for a good portion of the year, Zman Krias Shema, you will not reach. Even the later Zman Krias Shema, you won't reach with a regular minyan. So we ask people to make sure that they say Krias Shema beforehand, which explains also why, let's say, for instance, on our weekly bulletin, we don't always only put the time for Shachris, we also put the time for Zman Krias Shema. It's an indicator and a reminder that people should say Krias Shema at the proper time. And let's say the congregation is really schlepping out, or they daven really late, and you're going to miss Zman Tefillah, which is after 4 hours, even the Magen Avram, so we have machlokas, which is better. Some say if you're at least making the time of the Vilna Gaon, which is a little bit later, then of course it's better to daven with a minyan at that point, because that's how most people hold. And not only that, but the time for davening is only d'Rabbanan, unlike Krias Shema, which is d'Oraisa. Therefore, since it's a suffix d'Rabbanan, it's a doubt in an issue of rabbinic nature, then we can be lenient. Not only that, but in a time of need, one can daven Shachris even until midday. So therefore, it's better if one should daven with the minyan, according to the way Chazal instituted. Even though if you're passing the Zman Tefillah time of the Magen Avraham. And some say no, it's better that one should daven alone at the proper time, beating the Magen Avram Zman, as opposed to davening with a minyan later than that. Aval, im haminyan nogel shelo halacha. However, if let's say the minyan at the outset is inappropriate, meaning in the sense that they're going to daven Shmona Esrei after Zman Tefillah, even according to the latest Zman of the Vilna Gaon, then better one should daven b'yechidus, one should daven alone. Again, we don't run into this problem usually because Zman Tefillah is certainly much later, certainly where we live. Mishe'en lo tefillin, lo ya'achar Zman Krias Shema tefillah, mnei sheb'diavad esher l'kayim mitzvahs Krias Shema tefillah b'lo tefillin. If a person doesn't have tefillin or does not yet have tefillin available, so he shouldn't wait to daven to get the tefillin, but rather he could say Krias Shema, he could say Shemona Esrei even without tefillin b'diavad, even though it's ideal to say Krias Shema with tefillin, but if it means missing the Zman, then you could daven without tefillin and put on your tefillin at a later point. So, Yes, that brings us to where we are. Thank you so much for listening. It's the end of our season. Bittersweet, but please continue davening for Chaylei Tzvah and Yisrael for Shlomo Chol Tzvah Yisrael, the safe return of our hostages. Ili Nishmat and Shem and our Rabbi Shal Yom Shem Yakdamo. Please enjoy the rest of your summer. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you here when we get back. Have a great day.